Bully was one of the most iconic but yet possibly forgotten game in Rockstar's history. Back in 2006, I bought this game on a vacation while visiting my family in Casa Grande, Arizona, and I have been loving this game ever since. I was only 12 years old at the time. The first version of Bully that I'm referring to, the one that came out in 2006, sold over 1.5 million copies. This game was a success and Bully 2 should have been on the horizon, and it was for a little while, but I'm not going to get into this too much. All I know is that Bully 2 has been cancelled due to some messed up circumstances. But I will say that they did complete over 6 hours of playable content. If you want to hear more about this, refer to this video by Nerdstalgic Gaming. The link for this video will also be in the description. But I really do feel that Bully does not get as much attention as it deserves anymore. And yeah, I know there are some YouTube channels like Swegta that do nothing but Bully content for the most part, and they all have great videos. But I'm just saying that now in 2022, this game still holds up. Now in 2009, they re-released Bully for PC with some slight graphical improvements, and that's what you're seeing on your screen right now. This was really the only way that I could replay this golden gem because I got it on Steam. It was like $5 on sale, so I could not pass up that deal. When I started playing this on Steam, I realized that I'd gotten the Scholarship Edition. The Scholarship Edition had a few graphical improvements as well as a few extra missions that don't really expand the story, but they're just some fun little things that they've added. Like, for example, music class. Playing the PS2 version of this game, I do not remember doing music class, and I played a lot of this game. For those of you that have not played this game, Bully has a really cool feature, and it's got these mini games that you can play, and you can actually, go to class. Doesn't exactly sound like fun, but the mini games are actually pretty fun. And one thing that actually makes doing these mini games worth it is that each time you pass one of these classes, you get something unlocked. Whether it be an outfit or a weapon or just some sort of a skill, it's pretty cool. And of course, if you're anything like me, doing the math class or the English class, you have to look up a list of the answers so that you can just get through them, because these mini games are pretty difficult. Some of these mini games really make you think, and even if you can get right through them, believe me, you are barely gonna have enough time regardless. But like I said, there were a few classes added. Like, I don't remember doing math class or biology for that matter, and I don't remember dissecting a frog or a mini pig thing. All I actually remember doing is photography, English, shop class, and gym class. I mean, I might have blocked some of it out, I don't really know, but all these extra mini games were added through the Scholarship Edition, and they were a welcomed addition. I really enjoyed playing them. This version came out in March of 2008 with the Android, iOS, and PC versions. This version did not come out on console. I think I said 2009 earlier, but I don't know. I'm not going to go back and re-edit it. But my favorite new class that they have added that I definitely would have remembered if it was on the PS2 version is Geography class. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't love it because I just love geography in reality. It's not like I know every country out there because it's pretty difficult, and I did actually have to look up the answers so that I can get through it real quick, but the reason I love it so much is because of what it unlocks. Once you complete each geography class, there will be a collectible that will appear on the map. Bully is full of different collectibles, and I love collecting collectibles. I mean, even in real life. I mean, come on, you guys have seen some of my videos where you see my face in them. My background is full of Ninja Turtles. I have like 1,000 collectible Ninja Turtles. But I am getting a little bit off topic. In this game, there are 4 collectibles that I can think of right off the top of my head right now. There might be a 5th one, but I don't really know for sure. I can't remember. But for sure, you have some Grottos and Gremlins cards given by the nerds, some gnome statues that you can destroy given by a little person at the carnival, some radio transistors given to you by some homeless guy living on the school grounds, weird, I know, and my favorite, they have rubber bands given to you right at the start of the game. Now, I've said that to tell you all this. Geography class was not in the PS2 version because I would have remembered it, because each time you advance in Geography class, you unlocked a collectible shown on the map. This game has benefits for pretty much everything that you do. Like I said, Geography class unlocks collectible locations on the map, and I mean, there's benefits for shop class, for math class, or even music class. A lot of these, quote, benefits, I believe, were actually added for the Scholarship Edition because most of them are like cosmetic, a new clothing item or something like that, but they're still pretty cool nonetheless. The original game in 2006 was still really enjoyable, but I still like the Scholarship Edition a little bit better just because of the extra things added to it. One of the really cool things about this game in general is that there are actual seasons through this game. You get to do all kinds of pranks around Halloween time, which is pretty cool. And then around Christmas time, it seems like they've actually added some extra missions that I don't remember from the PlayStation 2 version. Granted, there is still some missions that I do remember that were Christmas oriented, but there are a few of them added that I just simply don't remember. I remember 1 or 2, but it seems like they've added like 3 or 4, which is pretty cool. Most of them you have to take care of a drunk Santa, but still pretty cool. Besides all the holiday stuff, you can go into stores, collect outfits, purchase items, do some bike races to earn some extra cash, you can do some errands for people, and there's just so much more you can do. Now let's talk a little bit more about the story. You basically take the role as Jimmy Hopkins and he stands up against bullying. You can choose to be a bully, but it's completely optional. It's on, the player's decision. But Jimmy Hopkins as a whole actually stands up against bullying. It all started with this kid Gary trying to coerce Jimmy into attempting to take over the entire school. But of course, this story must go on, and by the end of the first chapter, you find out that Gary was just trying to use Jimmy to basically take out the bullies of the school. Now, I'm not going to get too much further into the story because if you want to play this game for yourself, I don't want to spoil anything, but it is definitely a very good story. But basically, you can pretty much do whatever you want as Jimmy Hopkins, but know that there is also always consequences within the game, because if someone like the prefix sees you, giving a little kid a swirly or giving someone a wedgie, then yeah, they can be little tattletales and you will get in trouble by the prefix. This whole system kind of works a lot like the wanted system in Grand Theft Auto, but the funniest thing about all this is that if you get in trouble too many times, you will go to the principal's office and you will be forced to cut grass or shovel snow in the wintertime. I've played through this game multiple times on multiple different versions, and I have to tell you, every single time that I play this game, I just fall in love with it all over again. This is one of the games that I remember from my childhood that I could never get enough of, and even as an adult, again, I could just never get enough of it. This is a game before all the wokeness and all the BS going around, where it wasn't worried about hurting someone's feelings or anything like that. It was just a game that showed even some of the reality of what it actually is like to be in the world. This is a game that, well, could be violent at times, was dumbed down for more of a less mature audience. This game's sense of humor is just hilarious in so many ways, and it's very near and dear to my heart because it's one of the games that I pretty much grew up on in my preteen and early teen years. I have so many memories playing this game that I will cherish for the rest of my life. And if you guys have an opportunity to play this game, I urge you to give it a shot. You will not be disappointed. Bully was a forgotten gem that needs to be remembered.
You're expelled! Come and untie me, boy!
Yes, sir! Sorry, didn't see you there.
You know, I think I may have judged you too unfairly, boy. Yes, a little rough around the edges, but you're a diamond, boy. A diamond.
Thank you, sir.